But even then, if you're active management and you're materially participating in it, it still can offset your ordinary income. And so, anybody who's in the short term rental business game, definitely encourage you to talk to your CPA when it comes to that kind of stuff and get some guidance on how to get that written off in the best way. All right. Does a partnership LLC offer more tax advantages than a single member LLC? Uh, the answer to that would be no. A partnership LLC, really, what everybody kind of should understand is that creating an LLC doesn't necessarily, in and itself, create or unlock tax deductions for you. If you're a sole proprietor, you're still allowed to take expenses. What an LLC does is provide you with legal protection. And so the legal protection is great because then, you can't get sued for your personal assets, let's say. Now, where you have an LLC in place because you want that legal protection, one thing that everybody should understand is that it can be taxed as anything. So an LLC can be what's called a disregarded entity where you're the sole owner or the single member. It can be a partnership where maybe it's a husband and wife, or maybe it's you and a friend or something like that. So you can have an LLC that's taxed as a partnership. You can have your LLC taxed as an S corp if you make an S election, and that's where you might see some tax benefits when it comes to self-employment tax. It also can have an election to be a C corp, and so an LLC can be anything. But it really does kind of matter where maybe you want specific tax deductions when it comes to self-employment tax. You're going to go S corp. The structuring kind of matters, and there's pros and cons to all of those different structures. But an LLC can be anything, and we want our LLCs to be more focused on asset protection first, and then from there we go entity structuring and look at what the tax advantages can be depending on what kind of circumstance you have, and there's several different ones that people might be in. All right. If I ever don't answer a question good enough, you always can pop it into the thread here and I'll expound upon it. All right. QBI. So QBI stands for Qualified Business Income Deduction. And the QBI became big with the 2017 tax plan from Donald Trump. And for the last several years, small business owners have been enjoying a 20% deduction on whatever business income they have as a straight up deduction. So that's what